someone here. Hi, Gwynnie. I need to get you a friend so you're not just friends with your reflection. Can you tell everyone hello? Can you tell the YouTube world hello? Do you want a snacky? Hold on. No! Okay, back up. Oh, one of our chickens is molting. She's looking very sad. It's okay, Zebra. You're looking a little rough there, sweetheart. Do you want some snackies too? Here. There you go, my two little rejects. There you go. Good job, Bunny.
Hello.
Hello. We are back again with much better lighting than the last video, even though I'm already a day late. I was in a good routine of posting like every Friday, and then I didn't post for like a month, so we're trying to get back into a routine with what days I'll be posting, but I have an open afternoon. William is sleeping, so we're gonna go over today some mid-size patterns. That's kind of what I want to talk about at the beginning of the video, and then I'm going to show you guys some things I've been market prepping. But for right now, I wanted to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different patterns. Actually, it's more than that because some of them I have different mods for. But I'm going to be showing you, most of these are either paid patterns, pattern tests, but I do have 2 free patterns. I've showed a couple of these in videos before, but it's been a while, or I've just remade it for market prep. So these are all going to be, I'm going to put them in a mid-size category. So the majority of my items that I sell at my markets are around $15. That's kind of like my this size-ish. I actually might up the price on these, but the kind of this size plushie that I make.
Like $10.
No, this takes a long time to make.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. With the surface crocheting and adding all the details. Anyway, these are made, a lot of my things are made with an 8mm hook, and they are like 30 stitches around at their highest, made with bobble stitches. Those kind of patterns I usually price around $15. So these patterns that I'm going to show you, I would price a little bit higher than that because they take me longer to make. So these would be more in the like $18 to $25 category. So I'm just calling them mid-size or mid-priced items at my booth. Okay. So the first one, what do you want to start with? Farm? Do you want to start with a farm theme? We have a lot of farm themed animals. So let's start with farm themed. You pick. Okay. So this is a bunny that I've had for a while at my markets. I think I have him priced at $25, although I don't know. I might up him to $30 just because of his size.
Farms.
Yes. This is the spring bunny pattern from my friend Avis, who lives in Colorado. I think she's like 15 or 16 years old, you guys. She is amazing. She helped me test my first like for sale pattern, and I got to help her test this bunny who's adorable. I love the ears on this guy. She comes with this hat that you can make if you want to, but I just love this. There's a little tail in the back. I don't remember, I think you sew on pretty much everything on here, but it's still not huge, so it doesn't take a long time. I love how she made the ears, but again, I think I'd price this maybe $30. Maybe I'd price it more in the higher range just because it is a pretty good size, and it comes with the hat. I love how this turned out. Again, this is from Huggable Handiworks, Huggable_Handiworks. And this is a for purchase pattern.
We're going to show all of these.
Well, just hand me one at a time. Okay, the next ones I'm going to show you is one I pattern tested and the other 2 I bought, but they are all kind of in the same category. This is from Oddball Crochet. I showed you guys the Grinch pattern that's also in the same style last video, but I pattern tested a horse for her, a couple months ago, and then I bought the cow and the pig that are also in they're called the Bubs patterns, the Farm Bubs patterns. So she has a horse, cow, pig, and I think a sheep is the other one, but I didn't want to fiddle with all the...
The sheep would probably been my favorite.
Yeah, but that also would have taken forever, I'm assuming, with
But
bobble
out
stitches.
of the ones you made, this one's my favorite.
So this is Rosie's favorite Farm Bub. Hey, he's kind of the same color as your shirt.
Yeah.
So this is the pig. This is, again, nice because there's no color changes in this pattern. The Farm Bubs, you do make their feet and their arms, or legs and arms first, and then they are crocheted into the body. I do believe you work the head from nose to the back of the head and then sew it on the body, I think. And I think these are crocheted on, like surface crocheted on. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've made these. But again, I made 3 of them to go together. I'm probably going to price these for $22 maybe to $25, in that range. They're not huge. I did make all of these with a 6.5mm hook, and most of these are Bernat. Actually, no, I think this is the Mainstays Cozy Chenille yarn from Walmart.
Whoa,
Bernat has a similar color though.
Is this what this is?
Okay, so I made the pig, then there's the horse. This is the one that I pattern tested for her. I did it in the colors of the horse that we have that is down our street.
The tail is crazy.
I don't think so. So you surface crochet on the tail and the mane, and again, like all the Bubs, the feet and arms you make separately, and then you crochet them into the body. The head is worked from the nose to the back of the head. These are all kind of constructed the same. The horse takes a little bit longer because of surface crocheting the mane and the tail. So I would probably price this one a little higher, like in the $25 range instead of the $22 range that this would probably be at.
And the last one is the cow.
And the last one is the cow. So you have these two, and then the cow. This is another one that I purchased. So I don't like where the horns are placed in this one. I would have, if I make this a second time, which is super cute, I would bump the horns back 1, if not 2 rows, because right now I feel like they're coming out of the front.
Like his eyebrows.
Like right over his eyebrows. So I would put them more on the top of his head if I were to make this again. They are crocheted into the round. There is a little bit of color changing. I think he has 1, 2, 3, 4 spots on his body.
The boys are locking out.
That's fine. They're fine. But I do love this little cow. Is super cute. So again, these are the Farm Bubs. Will you hand me the other 2 again? And there's also a sheep one if you're interested in the sheep. She also has a set of these that are safari themed. And I bought the lion from that one. I have not made it yet. I probably won't make it just because I don't have any like safari items. But I am planning to put these with other farm animals in my market setup. So I have these 3.
On,
these will probably be 25. This will be 22.
This cow's like this one.
Yeah. Why don't you give me that one next?
Okay.
Okay, this is another pattern test that I did. This is by Chanel's _ crochet. I have made now 3 different patterns by her. I feel like all of a sudden I've made a bunch of patterns by her. I guess 3 isn't a bunch, but so I showed you her Shrek pattern last time. She has a free Shrek pattern, and I made another free pattern of hers for my market. This is also by her. This is the Shrek pattern. So this is her chunky cow, and I believe she has a smaller version of this, but this I made with an 8mm hook. I didn't realize how big it was before, or else I might have made it with a smaller one, but now I don't know. I actually like this size, and I think I might make a second one of these for my market in I think it's called Typewriter is the name of the yarn that I want to make it in. It's like a black and white speckly yarn that I would like to try to make this pattern in. But this is so cute. She has a dairy cow like this, and then she has a Highland cow version that has like little loopy hair up at the front. But this was so cute and fun to make. I'm trying to remember. I think you crochet the ears in the round. I don't think this is a no-sew. I know. Will you go turn it off? That's distracting me. But yeah, this is by Chanel's _ crochet. She has multiple free patterns on her Instagram. This is a paid pattern, and she just came out with, or is testing this same style in an elephant that looks adorable that I might have to purchase later. But again, this is the chunky cow.
Obi-Wan Kenobi sings a song.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, why don't you set that one over there?
And now the
Okay, last, well, kind of last, not really that last, in our farm animals that I'm showing you. These are ones that I've showed you before. I love making these, and I want to make another one of these in a Mallard version, but this is the Henny Penny Chicken Snuggler from Kite's Nook. I love these. I originally had 5. I've sold 2 of them. I sell them for $22 a piece. I love these. They are snugglers, but I do like to put a little bit of stuffing in their bodies. Not firm. This is very squishy. Yeah, I didn't put any. So I made this one a true snuggler without any stuffing in it. But these two, I put a little bit of stuffing in their belly.
One is this one.
I do like that one.
I like the color.
And this one I experimented doing just crocheting, embroidering the beak. These ones, I actually make them in the round and sew them on. I think I actually like this version better, but everyone has their own preference. So I would like to make this with Mallard colors. Super cute. They have a little cute tail in the back too. I love the tail in the back. So I have 3 of these ready for the market, and I'm planning to make a Mallard if I have time.
Bobbleheads.
Okay, why don't you put those back? Kite's Nook, I've showed those before in another video.
And
all right, bird theme. Let's stick with the bird theme. All right, let's do another free pattern. These I've shown before on videos. I've seen tons of people make these. This is the famous Snoozing Goose pattern from Crochet, and 2 other makers. I'm sorry, I always forget to write down when there's multiple makers of one pattern.
I always get the pink one for my pink shirt.
Uh-huh. So this is, you know what's ironic about this pattern is I've never made the original pattern. I've only made the goose and the flamingo mod. I need to make the original Snoozing Goose, but I did make the, I did edit these a little bit. So, I think the Mallard mod, I don't think they have a darker color for the wings and top of the body, so I did color change and make these darker, which is not in the pattern. The other thing I did by the suggestion of one of my pattern testers. I don't remember which pattern tester. It was somebody I think that was in my Jersey Kitty group. She showed she had just made a Snoozing Goose, and I liked the feet she did better than the one in the pattern. And I asked her, what'd you do for the feet? Because all of mine, if you remember in another video, I said it reminds me of the Scary Movie spoofs where they have the guy with the shriveled hand and he calls it his strong hand. That is what the feet always reminded. No. That is what the feet always reminded me of in this pattern, and her feet look like this. And I said, what feet do you do for yours? And she suggested doing the Friendly Red Fox's feet from one of her patterns. And I will link that below because it's a free pattern on her blog if I can go back and find it. But I used her feet. So you crochet these in the round, crochet them together, and then I just like surface crocheted and did the chain slip stitch into this and chain back up. I did shorter ones for the Mallard, and I did longer ones for the Flamingo, and then I tied a knot in the middle to make the little flamingo knee. So these are slightly different. I don't know if you can tell. But I do much prefer how the feet look in the Friendly Red Fox's pattern. And I'm not even sure what pattern they go with, but yes, I did use those feet instead to make these two. I will probably have these priced at $30, which I know is a little bit higher than the price range I gave you guys at the beginning, but I love how you can just hold these by their necks.
We're doing
Anyway.
my favorite one at the last one.
Okay, let's do this one next because it's in the bird category. We've been showing birds. Okay, next, this is another pattern test that I did a while ago. So this is from Crochet Customs. I actually found out about her through YouTube. She has a YouTube channel. She freehands a ton of her stuff, but I saw her do a tester call for this, and you guys, my mother is like the queen
with geese.
Yeah, she's the queen of feeding critters that most
She
people
literally
don't want in their
has
yard.
a pond in her backyard, and geese come out, and she has to ask my dad to go get food to feed the geese.
He always carries down her big food bags that she orders.
She has a possum that comes to her house, so she grabs a fresh apple to give to the possum.
Yes, that is true. My mom, I had a shirt made for her one year that said the critter lady, and it had all of the like little silhouettes of the different animals that she feeds.
And she has
Mostly rodents and pets, but anyway, geese, she's like Snow White in the backyard, and they all come when she walks out with her food. So I applied specifically to make this goose, for her. This is the Canadian Goose pattern from Crochet Customs. There is a paid pattern of her Canadian goose, and it is so sweet. I love this so much. I love the wings. I love how she constructed the wings. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. I think you sew the wings on. I'm pretty sure you sew the wings on. And I can't remember if these are crocheted into the round or sewed on, but super cute little make. I'll probably have this one for 18 to 20
Do
in
you
there.
sew on the wings?
I think you do sew on the wings, but I love this so much. So this is the little Canadian Goose pattern. And
a whole different subject now.
Okay, yeah, these last two don't fit in with our other categories other than being a mid-sized plushie. Okay, so this next one is from a Fables. You've probably seen these everywhere. The Fables collection from Oak and Marlowe. I bought the pattern pack with the bear. What is his name? Finn, bear, wilder fox, and a deer. I don't know what the deer's name is. I haven't made the deer because these aren't my favorite to make. I don't like making tubes of 6.
They are cute.
They are super cute. So I've made 2 wilder foxes and 1 Finn bear. I think the reason I didn't enjoy making this very much was because of the yarn. Yes. So this is made with Premier Chenille Basics, which I feel like is super hit and miss. Some Premier Chenille Basics is really, really, really soft and awesome to work with, and some is not. This was kind of scratchy. It was not fun to do the tubes with this. This is in
the least type of yarn I like to roll up in a ball.
That's the least favorite type to roll up in a ball.
Yes.
Rosie is my yarn roller, so she would know. So some of their Premier Basics, some of their yarn is super soft. So I don't know, and it also seems to be hit and miss on colors. Like even the same color sometimes is soft in one skein and not in another. This is not a soft one. So it wasn't the most fun to work with. And so, meh, but I might try making this with baby sand from Bernat and see if I like it a little bit more. But I just love the shape of these. They are super cute. They're just not that fun for me to make. Maybe if I try it with a better yarn. But you know what? I did Wilder Fox with a better yarn, and I still didn't like making it that much. But I know these sell like bonkers for other people. So this will be my first time. I'm going to insert a clip now of the Wilder Fox I made that I ended up using as a baby shower gift. This little part of the video is a little out of joint with the rest, but I have another make that I made that I need to show before I gift it.
I cut my hair.
And Rosie cut her hair, yes. So this is a make of a pattern that I've shown before. This is the Wilder Fox from Oak and Marlowe from her Fable collection. This is like the pack with the fox, the bear, and the deer. I made the fox before, but this is my second time making it, and I did adjust a few things. I wish his eyes were down one row. I think I put them up too high. But I am gifting this as a baby shower present, and just because I love all the floppy legs and arms and tail, and it's just perfect for a little kid. William actually thought that I was taking his fox because the first one I made I gave to him because it was not that well made. And he loves it. So anyway, I'm gifting this guy. This is another like mid-sized pattern. I'm not the hugest fan of making these because of just the tubes of 6 rounds. That's not that fun for me, but they do turn out really sweet for baby presents. All right, Rosie, I think I'm gonna price him at 22. I don't know. I'll have to price check. You guys, ooh, leave a comment down below. If you make the Fable collection animals, what do you price them at? If you don't put them with their, like, I think he comes with a hat. I think Wilder Fox comes with like a neck cowl. So if you make them just them without their accessories, how much do you price them at? I would love to know down in the comments.
Okay, this is my favorite one out of ever.
Okay, hold on. Last one. This is a free pattern. It's new, released on Instagram.
That's awesome.
And we're fans, so go ahead and show them.
It's a gecko.
This is Gloopi the Gecko by... this is the first time I've made a pattern by this designer. Knotted Angels. Knotted, Knotted. Knotted Angels is the pattern designer. This is free on Instagram. It is no sew. William's awake, so we're not going to be able to film much longer. Hi. Look how cute this is. Super cute. Will you go grab him? Rosie's going to go grab him. So I made this with... Okay, so I made this with a 6.5 millimeter hook using Sailor's Delight, which I had ordered a bunch of because I used it to make a anchor octopus. So now I have a bunch of Sailor's Delight, and I feel like this pattern is perfect to use with that yarn. So you make the arms and legs first, and then they are worked into the body as you go. These were not fun to make. The little arms and legs. They are fiddly and time consuming to make these little pieces. But the final pattern is so cute that I still do want to try to make a couple more of these, maybe have 3 for my market coming up because it is so cute. I love how this turns out. She has a little like felt tongue that she adds to hers. I'd have never done anything with felt before, but I do think it looks really cute. So maybe I'll try to like embroider a little tongue on him. I used steel cut oats for the belly. I wish I would have used almond to make it a little bit lighter so there was more contrast on the belly and especially on the stripes on the tail that you can't really see very well with the variegated yarn. This was a little rough too. The steel cut oats was not that soft. So that's what I have to say about that. But I do have to say, for this pattern, that was cringy. Okay. Anyway, Gloopi the Gecko, super cute, Instagram for free. All right. We're going to get William in here. I think I'm also going to show you guys a little bit of the things I've been prepping for my market. Guys, the leaves are falling here. I wanted to come out and film all the chickens dirt bathing. You can see the little holes they dirt bathe in and make. Jake absolutely hates this because they leave little divots in all our mulch. Hi, girls. They're doing well. Well, except for the poor molting one. They'll grow back. They'll grow back. Hopefully before it starts getting too cold. This guy is still here. He isn't nearly as triggered when I'm not wearing, although here he's come around. This is what he does. He circles me and pecks the ground and pretends like he's not going to come at me. I didn't think he'd be as triggered because I'm not wearing my leopard. If you come at me, hey, I swear, do not. You're getting too close. Hey, I'm trying to show how you're usually good if I'm not wearing leopard print. Back it up, sir. You're getting too close. Ah! Don't. No. You go over there. Get. This stinker, you guys. Every time I try to show him to show you that he's well behaved, he's not well behaved. I'm backing away slowly. Anyway, do you see them? Oh yeah, I don't want to hear it. Do you see them dirt bathing? They love to have little dirt bath parties. Oops, I wasn't filming them. Anyway, they're happy and busy, getting ready for winter. They kind of blend in with all these downed leaves. Okay, get away from me, seriously. Also, I wish I could show you guys some Lily the pig footage, but she has not been down here in a while. Once it gets colder, she kind of likes to just bury herself in hay. Hey, if you get any closer to me, I swear. He's trying to be... Anyway, she has not been down recently for me to film her. So hopefully she will make it into a video, but she does like to sleep all day under the hay once the weather gets cold. It's a long way to trek up 10 acres to my house, so. All right, you guys. Back to the video conclusion. Do you see someone circling me? Go away. You are too close. This is all an act to try to get me to look away so he can attack. Don't you dare. Go away. Don't. All right, you guys, actually, I think I'm going to save my market prep stuff for another video because I've market prepped quite a few things and I feel like I was already just talking for like 30 minutes straight.
What? I lost it. You got it?
Hey, Will, come here. Can you come say hi?
He's happy.
Come here.
Come
on. Okay, so I think I'm going to wait and show you guys the rest of my inventory that I've prepped in my next video just because there's a lot and this is already 20 minutes long. So I think I'm going to wait to show you those things. Oh.
He's showing you guys Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Okay, so in the meantime, to wrap up this video, I do want to share, because I haven't filmed my gospel video yet, but I did get the outline of what I want to say from my pastor of the God, Man, Christ response that we teach the kids at Vacation Bible School. So I have made progress there, but I have not filmed what is the gospel yet. So while we're waiting, I just want to share another set of verses that we've actually had the kids memorize that share kind of the whole gospel in a few verses. So I'm going to Ephesians chapter 2. This is a very well-known section of verses. And I'm going to read this to you. Again, the gospel in short is that God created man in his image. He created us very good, he says. But man fell when Adam sinned. And since that sin, the whole race of mankind has been cursed with a sin nature, a fallen nature that makes us enemies with God, who is perfectly good and incapable of doing evil, which would be really, really bad news for us, but Jesus. So the gospel, the good news is that even though we were cursed and completely separated from God, God sent his son in our image to live, die, and rise again to take away our sin and bring us back to God. That is the gospel in a nutshell. And here are some verses that I think illustrate that well. Hey. Shh. Okay, so Ephesians 2, starting in verse 1. And you were dead in the trespasses and sins in which you once walked, following the course of this world, following the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that is now at work in the sons of disobedience, among whom we all once lived in the passions of the flesh, carrying out the desires of the body and the mind, and were by nature children of wrath like the rest of mankind. Pause. That's the bad news. Okay, that was the bad news.
Ow.
But, okay, hey. All right, so that's the bad news. Here's the good news. No, you just sit. You just sit still. Okay, if you're not going to sit still.
Don't hit people.
Yeah, all right. Okay, starting in verse 4, but God, being rich in mercy, because of the great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved. Okay, so that is what the kids have memorized. God loved us. He gave his son for us because he is rich in mercy, even when we were still dead in our trespasses. So it's not us at all. It's not our works. It says that later on down. Hey, shh. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works. There's where the works come in. Works matter. What you do and say and think matters. But that matters to show that you've been saved, not to save you. Okay. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. So we take no credit for anything. It is all Christ. It is all Christ, you guys. Okay. We love you.
Keep reading.
Well, I don't want this video to be super long. Okay. Oop. Thank you for clearing that out for us. William just cleared out a little notification. All right, you guys. Bye. We'll see you next time. Okay, you girls, why are you up on the deck? There's no bugs up here. This is just leaves. Henny Penny. Frankie, why don't you guys go down into the dirt? This is not a good dirt bathing spot. It's the deck.